Coach, what's the energy like? Does it feel like a new season now that you guys are getting ready for Mountain West Conference play?
It does. And we got back from Miami, took that day off. We've practiced 4 days since, so they've had some really good practices. Today we went a little bit longer because we had to clean up some things, but their focus and energy is good. We came back last night as a team and watched the Colorado State-San Diego State game, so that was fun. And just bonded as a team and watched over the whole game. It was good. It was good. So, no team's easy. Obviously, the road's tough, but, that's our first one.
You guys had a pretty grueling non-conference schedule. How did that stack up to years of the past? And do you guys feel like you guys are ready and got what you needed?
Well, it was the toughest schedule by far since I've been here. And, that's a lot of it. That's my fault. I should have balanced it a little bit better. Obviously, it was a different team when I scheduled it than what we had, but that's okay. It is what it is. And the hardest part about a schedule like that is how you are mentally. And I'm really proud of the kids because, playing Colorado, playing Stanford, playing Miami, just to name a few, they faced some tough teams. So now we're watching film on Colorado State, and we're like, well, God, they're good. They shoot the ball well. They run transition well. But we've faced some tough teams also and been right there. So, and on the road, with Stanford and Miami. I think they are. I like where they're at mentally. I really do. And I like where they're at. Physically, we're pretty healthy. Having Diva back helps. She's out of shape, obviously. But having her back helps, and she'll help. And then having Tori come in now, and she's eligible, or actually able to practice. Will be eligible next year. But man, she's pretty good, and that's a big body inside that really our posts have to go again. So that's good. It's good for us.
With the non-conference now in the books, how do you identify or define the identity of this team?
It's a team that, physically we have to get after it, and go and post up hard inside, get the ball inside, get our guards set up for shots. We haven't shot the ball real well, so we're not, a three-point shooting team per se. A lot of teams are going to play a zone, which is okay because we'll run some zone offenses that are designed to get the ball inside. But we've got to go from the inside out, and that's the definition. On defense, I like what we've done. If you look at our conference stats, we're in the top 3 in a lot of defensive categories. So, and even playing the schedule we played. So that we have, that's a positive, and then we have to kind of go from there. But it's got to be defense. That's our identity. We've got to stop teams.
How are conference games different than the non-conference games?
Well, with the non-conference we had, they're a lot different because it's just different teams. They're not going to some teams will, but Colorado State's not going to pound the ball inside. They shoot a ton of threes. I think they shot close to 30 last night against San Diego State. And if you look at it, San Diego State was plus 17 at one time on the boards and still managed to give up too many threes and lose the basketball game. So it was a great game to watch for our kids. But, you take a lot of that. What can we do? What have we learned from the past? What do teams teach us? And that's what we're going to take and go from there. Man, there's a bunch. And I can't probably pronounce her name because they have got a few foreign kids, but number 11 is a terrific shooter. And she's a European kid, plays a European style of basketball. 12, Sam Martin, stay over. She's just solid as they come, can shoot the 17-footer. And if we play behind her, she's going to kill us inside. Zero, there's like 8 new players, but their point guard, Zero. Nice three-point shooter. She's shot the most on the team. Percentage-wise, 11 shoots better percent. But you've got to make sure that we know who their shooters are. 11, 0, 24 can shoot. 22 can shoot. And then make sure that their post players don't slip behind us. And we got to run the basketball. I think we can get some transition points.
I watched the San Diego State game this morning. There's nothing about Colorado State that wows you. They play well.
Yeah, they run that motion offense. They run a 5-out motion, run flare screens, up screens. They run curl cuts. 22 is really, really good. Another European kid, but she's really good at reading and moving without the basketball, and so is 11. 13 is another foreign kid, but she has that European style in her as well, and she does a nice job. So they run that 5-out motion. They do a great job with it. What we have to do is understand scouts. Who's a driver? Who's a shooter? You know, who do we knock off the line? Who can we give, short closeouts to? And that's what we got to do.
How tough is this conference?
It's
Previous years?
Yeah, it's not as tough as the past, unfortunately. We've got to get a little bit better as a conference, and one of the reasons we have the schedule we had, but, we haven't, as a conference, beaten some of the teams that we should have to boost our RPI up a little bit. And I think with each other, it's going to be tough playing against each other because it's pretty open. Everybody's kind of the same. And, unfortunately, it'll probably be a one-bid league unless something drastic happens. But it doesn't matter. We've got a chance to win the conference like 10 other teams do. And that's our goal, one game at a time. We're not talking about conference champs. We're talking about Colorado State and how you can beat them. And then next game after that.
You see no team that's kind of, kind of above the others, Wyoming?
Well, Wyoming's good. I mean, Wyoming's very good, and they play well together. I haven't really seen them on film, but I see their record. Colorado State's 9-3 right now, so that's good records. Fresno State's good. On paper, they've done a nice job, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know where it's going to stack out. I'm at a loss when they asked me at the beginning of the season, just because of everything shaken up a little bit. I think by far we've played the toughest non-conference schedule, and I'm hoping that'll help us.